Welcome to today's video. We're diving into one of the most timeless pieces of wisdom from The Art of War by Sun Tzu. A leader leads by example, not by force. Even though this was written over 2,000 years ago, the lesson is still as powerful today. In this video, we're going to explore what Sun Tzu really meant, how it applies to modern life, and how you can use it in your career, relationships, and personal growth. So, let's break it down. When Sun Tzu says, "A leader leads by example, not by force," he's reminding us that leadership is not about fear or control. True leadership is about influence, respect, and trust. Think about it. Anyone can command others. A boss can bark orders, a parent can shout, a government can enforce laws. But none of those create genuine loyalty. What inspires people to follow willingly is seeing their leader live out the values they preach. In war, soldiers would only trust generals who shared hardships with them. A general who ate the same rations, marched the same muddy roads, and stood on the battlefield, not hiding in comfort, earned the respect of their army. This principle hasn't changed. Whether you're running a business, managing a team, raising a family, or simply trying to set a standard for yourself, people pay more attention to what you do than to what you say. Let's take this into modern life, specifically the workplace. We've all worked under two kinds of leaders: the boss who micromanages, demands respect, and rules with authority, and the leader who sets the tone by example, who works hard, treats others fairly, and earns respect naturally. Which one inspires more loyalty? Which one makes you want to go the extra mile? Sun Tzu's advice is clear. Real leaders show the way instead of forcing it. For example, if a manager tells employees to work late, but leaves the office at 4 p.m., no one respects that. But if the same manager stays until the job is done, side by side with the team, people notice. They see commitment, they see leadership. The modern workplace thrives when leaders embody the culture they want to create. Integrity, discipline, creativity, whatever it is, people follow when they see it lived out. Now let's zoom out. This principle isn't only for armies or companies. It applies in personal life too. Think about parenting. Telling kids to be kind while showing anger and impatience won't teach them kindness. Children learn by watching more than by listening. If you live kindness, they'll reflect it. Or consider friendships and relationships. If you want honesty, be honest. If you want loyalty, be loyal. If you want respect, give respect. Sun Tzu's lesson is almost universal. We don't shape others by controlling them, but by modeling the behavior we want to see. Even in self-leadership, the way you manage your own habits, the same truth applies. You can't force yourself into lasting change through punishment and guilt. Real transformation happens when you lead yourself by example, by showing up day after day in small, consistent actions. Now you might wonder, why not just use force? Isn't it faster? Sure, it works in the short term. Fear and pressure can push people into action, but it never lasts. As soon as the pressure is gone, so is the motivation. Worse, force creates resistance. People comply on the outside, but rebel on the inside. By contrast, example builds trust. Trust creates loyalty, and loyalty lasts far longer than fear ever could. That's why Sun Tzu's wisdom has survived centuries, because it's based on human nature itself. So, how can you live this out today? Here are 3 practical steps. First, audit your actions. Ask yourself, am I living the values I expect from others? Second, lead small first. You don't need an army to practice this. Start with one area of life: family, work, or even your personal habits. Third, stay consistent. Leadership by example only works if it's consistent. People notice patterns, not one-time gestures. So, remember Sun Tzu's timeless wisdom. A leader leads by example, not by force. In your workplace, your home, and your personal journey, embody the values you want to see. Influence comes not from control, but from character. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this reminder today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.